Good afternoon, everybody. Today we are going to start with a new topic, the liquid oral preparations, that is elixirs and emulsions. That is elixirs and emulsions that we are going to study today. In a last lecture, we were completing with solutions and syrups. Today we will start with elixirs and emulsions. This is the third one. Number one is solution, second syrup, third one elixir, and fourth one emulsion. Now here, if I say elixirs are generally standard preparations of USP, United States of Pharmacopoeia. These all elixirs are clear, sweet and hydroalcoholic preparations which are used as a vehicle in another preparation. They are used as a flavoring substances and vehicle in a different active medicinal substances. What is elixirs? Elixirs are clear hydroalcoholic liquid used for oral as a flavoring substance with active medicinal agents. They are hydroalcoholic preparations, sweet in taste, used as a medicinal substances in a different preparations. They are used as a vehicle also. These all elixirs are prepared by simple solution method. The elixirs are the primary elixirs. They are prepared with a sweet agent like glycerin, sorbitol, sucrose, and then they have to be used as a vehicle in other preparations. They are used as a solvent, additional solvent for other preparation, which are to be prepared by simple solution method, and which when used as a medicinal, they are showing their therapeutic effect. They are showing what? Their therapeutic effect for some medicinal substances. Shortly to say, elixirs are the one. They are hydroalcoholic preparations, official as per USP, United States of Pharmacopoeia. And these hydroalcoholic preparations, they are also used as a vehicle, used as a flavoring substances in a different medical drugs, in the medical therapies, in the medical substances. Prepared by simple solution method, and primary elixirs are prepared. Primary solvents in elixirs are alcohol and water, glycerin and sorbitol, and syrup. Sometimes they are used as an additional sweetening agent used for therapeutic medicinal uses. They show therapeutic medicinal use. They are prepared by simple solution method. Now generally, elixirs are classified in three different classes. Elixirs are classified into three different classes. Number one, flavored elixirs, medicated elixirs, and dry elixirs. Number one is a flavored elixirs. If I say flavored elixirs are the one. They are used for a flavoring purpose as a vehicle in another liquid preparations. They are used for as a flavoring purpose, flavoring substances as a vehicle in another preparations. These elixirs are used. For example, aromatic elixirs USP. For example, aromatic elixirs USP. Second, medicinal elixirs. They are prepared so as to use as a medicinal substances as a vehicle in another preparation. They are used as a therapeutic effect. They shows their therapeutic effect and sometimes they are used as a vehicle in another medicinal preparations. For example, dexamethasone elixirs USP. For example, dexamethasone elixirs USP. That means one number flavored elixirs as a flavoring. Second, medicated elixirs used as a therapeutic. And third one, dry elixirs. And if I say dry elixirs, these are the formulation in which drug and alcohol can be used. In a case of dry elixirs, drug and alcohol can be used for the preparation as a dry elixirs. For example, nifedipine dry elixirs. For example, nifedipine dry elixirs. They are prepared by using drug and alcohol. They are to be encapsulated in a dextrine. That is so called dry elixirs. Dry elixirs. That means these are the three classes of elixirs. Number one, flavored elixirs, medicated elixirs, and dry elixirs. These are the three classes of elixirs. Now once you know the classification, elixirs shows some advantages as well as some disadvantages. Some elixirs are water soluble and alcohol soluble components. Some elixirs are water soluble and alcohol soluble components. Second, they shows stable in nature. Elixirs are more stable in nature. Third, they are simply to be prepared by simple solution method. All elixirs are prepared by simple solution methods. Fourth one, these are the ones they are capable to mask unpleasant taste and odor. They are used for masking unpleasant taste and odor. Some other time they are used as a vehicle. I repeat, elixirs are water and alcohol preparations. Water soluble alcohol preparations can be used as a therapeutic. Second, they are more stable in nature. Third one, they are prepared by simple solution method. Fourth one, they are masking unpleasant taste and odor in a different preparations. And fifth one, they are used as a vehicle for different medical elixirs. In a different medicinal elixirs, they are used as a vehicle. These five are vehicle used in a medicinal elixirs, mask unpleasant taste and odor, prepared by simple solution method, stable in nature. These all are the advantages of elixirs. Now if I say the advantages, some disadvantages are also there. Elixirs shows some disadvantages, like number one, they are less effective than that of a syrup. Syrups are also the major advantage for syrup is syrups are to be used for the preparation to mask unpleasant taste and odor. Nauseating taste and odor can easily get masked, easily get prevented when the syrups are used. But elixirs are less effective than that of a syrup to mask unpleasant taste and odor. Unpleasant taste and odor जेवढी सिरपच्या माध्यमातून प्रोटेक्ट होईल, प्रिव्हेंट होईल, त्याच्यापेक्षा कमी प्रमाणात इलिक्झरच्या माध्यमातून ती होणार. सेकंड, ऑल इलिक्झर्स आर व्होलाटाइल कॉम्पोनंट्स. इलिक्झर्स आर द हायड्रोअल्कोहोलिक प्रिपरेशन. मी काय म्हणलं पहिले, इलिक्झर्स आर द हायड्रोअल्कोहोलिक प्रिपरेशन मीन्स देर इज अ यूज ऑफ अल्कोहोल, and whenever there is a use of alcohol, it means that they are volatile in nature. They are volatile in nature, and that's why due to the volatile in nature, all elixirs can be stored only in a light resistant container. कशात स्टोर करणार? They are to be stored due to the volatile components in a elixirs. They are to be stored in a light resistant container protected from moisture, heat. This is the specific storage condition. If you want to store it with a light resistant container, they get easily evaporated. They are volatile compounds. They are easily get evaporated themselves if they are to be stored in a plain bottle. If you want to store it in the right resistant, they get volatile. These are the two major disadvantages of elixirs. पहिला काय सांगितलं मी? Elixirs are less effective than that of syrup to mask unpleasant taste and odor. Masking of unpleasant taste and odor is less effective than that of syrup. And second, they are volatile, they containing volatile components. They are having volatile components, and due to the presence of volatile components, they get easily evaporated. If they are not to be stored in light resistant container. They are to be stored in an amber color bottle to protect themselves against the volatilization. These are the different disadvantages of elixirs, and that's why the specific storage condition for elixirs are: number of elixirs we are preparing with our sweeties like aromatic elixirs, USP. Remaining preparations we are continuing in the sweeties practical. But generally all elixirs which are hydroalcoholic in nature, which are less effective than that of a syrup for masking of unpleasant taste, they are prepared by simple solution method. But these all elixirs are to be stored in tightly closed, light resistant container. They are to be stored in a tightly closed, light resistant container protected from air, heat and moisture. They are protected from light, heat and moisture, stored in light resistant container, so called amber color bottle. This is the in all total explanation regarding with elixirs. म्हणजे सिरप झालं, सोल्युशन झालं, इलिक्झिर झालं. फोर्थ वन इज इमल्शन. चौथं काय? इमल्शन्स. Emulsions. These are the definition for emulsions. Emulsions are two-phase liquid. Fourth one, liquid oral preparation is emulsion, and emulsions are two-phase liquid. What are they? There are two-phase liquids. That means one phase is dispersed in another phase. One phase is of a liquid dispersed throughout in another phase with the form of smaller droplet globules. It forms smaller droplet globules. Oily globules also there, watery also there. They form a globules, and then they are to be stabilized by third emulsifying agent like acacia. Third emulsifying agent like acacia. Generally acacia used as a emulsifying agent. That means they are also called as emulsifier. Emulsifying agent आणखी काय म्हणणार मी? Emulsifier. म्हणजेच काय? All emulsions are thermodynamically unstable, and these emulsions are to be prepared by stabilized with emulsifying agent, stabilized with emulsifier. And these emulsions, which when prepared, they are of a two-phase liquid. Emulsions are biphasic. Emulsions are biphasic, means two phases are there. One phase of a water or oil throughout get dispersed in another phase. It might be water as well as oil, and these two phases when mixed up one to another is then stabilized by using emulsifying agent, so called emulsifier. थोडक्यात all emulsions are biphasic liquid. They containing oil, they containing water, and if required stabilization, for the stabilization of emulsions, they get stabilized by using emulsifying agent like acacia. Now generally they are thermodynamically unstable. They are not a stable one at a room temperature. They are not to be stored in a freeze, because if you store it in a freeze, they get separated. Both phases which once mix up, they get separated while storage in a freezing. That's why they are unstable, so called unstable. And generally these emulsions which are having a small oil globules, they are prepared, while preparation they are forming oil globules. And the oil globules having the particle size. The size of oil globules is ranging from 0.1 to 100 micrometer. What is the size of oil globules? The oil droplets or oil globules which are prepared at the time of preparation of emulsion, they are showing the size of the globules is 0.1 to 100 micrometers. This is the size of oil globules. Now generally these emulsions, number of emulsions are there. They are prepared with a low density. If I say low density emulsions, means somewhat thinner in nature. If I say low density emulsions, there are two types. One is low density emulsion, one is high density emulsion. If they are the low density emulsions, all low density emulsions are the preparations prepared by oil or water, but they are somewhat thinner in nature. Not to say thicker, but they are thinner in nature. They are low viscosity simple emulsion. They are what? Low viscosity simple emulsion. But if I say high viscosity are having somewhat thicker in nature. High viscosity is somewhat thicker in nature, and they are prepared like creams, ointments, liniments. They are high velocity emulsion. They are somewhat thicker in nature, whereas simple emulsions are low viscosity emulsions. They are thinner in nature. Thinner emulsions, that is simple emulsion, high density emulsions, which your ointment, creams, liniments, they are high viscosity emulsion. And the size of droplets in emulsion is ranging from 0.1 to 100 micrometer. Now, they are prepared for internal use, they are prepared for external use also. And these all emulsions are then classified of oral emulsion. These all emulsions are classified as per their first class of emulsion as per the internal and external phase, and second class as per the dosage form. Emulsion is classified into generally 3 types, but 2 main types of emulsions are. 2 classes of emulsions are, number 1 is classification of emulsion as per internal and external phase, and second classification of emulsion as per its dosage form. मग पहिला क्लास कुठला? Emulsions which are classified as per internal and external phase, like number 1, internal and external phase emulsions, like 1 O by W emulsion, second W by O emulsion. पहिला oil in water emulsion, दूसरा water in oil emulsion, and तीसरा oil in water in oil emulsion, or water in oil and water emulsion. See, पहिला oil in water emulsion, second water in oil emulsion, third oil in water and परत oil, O by W by O emulsion or W by O by W emulsion. These are the 3 major types of emulsions. These are 3 major types of emulsion as per their internal and external phase. Whereas some emulsions are classified as per their dosage form. Generally, there are 3 types of dosage form: solid, liquid, semi-solid. Emulsions are a liquid dosage form. They are what? Liquid dosage form. But in this liquid dosage form, some semi-solid dosage form which are having high viscosity emulsions, they are a semi-solid dosage form. That means liquid as well as semi-solid dosage form, they are to be the major forms of emulsion. If I say liquid dosage form, there are low density, low viscosity emulsions. If I say semi-solid dosage form of emulsion, there are high viscosity emulsion, and these dosage forms, as per the dosage form, emulsions are classified like lotions, liniment, creams, ointment, vitamin drops. These all are high viscosity dosage form. That means there are 2 types of emulsions. There are 2 classes of emulsion. Number 1, they are classified as per internal and external use. Internal and external phase, like O by W, W by O, O by W by O, or W by O by W. These are the 3 classes of external and internal phase emulsion. And then second class is emulsions are classified as per their dosage form, like lotion, liniment, ointment, cream. Some are low viscosity emulsions, some are high viscosity emulsions, but they are emulsions classified as per their dosage form. Now once you know the classification, there are different types of emulsion. There are different types of emulsion. Number 1, O by W emulsion. Number 2, W by O emulsion. Number 3, multiple emulsion. Number 4, non-aqueous emulsions. Kitti type? There are number of types, but as per our necessity, as per our importance, our subject, 4 types of emulsions are there. Number 1, O by W emulsion. Second, W by O emulsion. Third, multiple emulsion. And fourth, non-aqueous emulsion. In the first case, O by W emulsion. पहिलं काय? In the first case, O by W emulsions, it means that in these oil droplets are dispersed throughout the aqueous phase. Oil in water emulsion म्हणजे काय? All oil droplets in a one phase throughout get dispersed in another phase, which is a water phase, which is aqueous phase. So called oil and water emulsions. And these all oil and water emulsions are non-greasy, easily get removed from the skin. They are non-greasy, easily removed from the skin surface, and they are used externally to provide cooling effect. Oil in water emulsions are the one. They are prepared oily phase. It is dispersed throughout with aqueous phase. Then and then they get prepared. And all these O by W emulsion, O by W emulsion, oil in water emulsion. These all oil in water emulsions are the one. They are non-greasy. They are easily get removable from a skin surface, which are used externally. They are used only externally, and when they are used internally, externally if they are used, they are non-greasy, easily removed through the skin, so called external use. But some other time they are also used internally to mask unpleasant bitter taste. काही emulsions पोटात पण घेतले जातात to mask a bitter taste. To mask what? Bitter taste. खोकल्याचं औषध जे म्हणतो ते this is a O by W emulsion. This is what? O by W emulsion. It masks unpleasant bitter taste. That is so called use of internal emulsions. हे झालं पहिलं. Second, W by O emulsion. Second, water in oil emulsion. Second one is a water in oil emulsion, in which the watery phase, so called aqueous phase, it is dispersed throughout in a oily phase. Watery phase is dispersed throughout in a oily phase by as a continuous phase. याला काय मी continuous phase, and they are prepared their formulation externally used formulations like creams. Number of creams they are prepared by W by O emulsions, in which watery phase means aqueous phase is dispersed as a globules in the oil as a continuous phase. म्हणजे aqueous media is the form of globules get dispersed throughout the oil, and then they are prepared, and these preparations they are used externally, and all W by O emulsions they are used for the preparation of some creams, and these all creams are used externally. These creams are used externally, whereas all O by W emulsions they are used externally as well as internally. Internally to use for the masking of bitter taste. Externally they are non-greasy, easily removable from the skin. They do not stain your skin, but they are easily wipe out. They are easily clean your skin. That is about W by O and O by W emulsion. Third one is your multiple emulsion. Third one is your multiple emulsions, in which the complex systems in which O by W and W by O emulsions are then dispersed in another liquid medium. Multiple emulsions are the one in which O by W emulsions or W by O emulsions they are to be dispersed in another medium. They are also mixed up with the another media, but they shows some limitations. They shows what? Limitations, because they are unstable. They are unstable and they form a complex structure. They are unstable, they are forming a complex structure at the time of preparation. That is so called multiple emulsion. And last one is your non-aqueous emulsion. शेवटचं काय? non-aqueous emulsion. It means that the word itself implies non-aqueous emulsions are a waterless emulsions. They are what? Waterless emulsions. They do not contain watery media, but they are prepared unaddressed or non-aqueous oil in oil emulsions, and they are used as a reservoirs. There is no any, in a case of non-aqueous emulsion, there is no any use of water. तिथं पाण्याचा दूर दूरपर्यंत संबंध नाही. But they are prepared in oil emulsions. Not to say oil in water or water in oil, but they are prepared by oil in oil emulsions because they are unstable. They are used as a reservoirs. That is about non-aqueous emulsions. These are the four major types of emulsions. Number one, oil in water emulsion. Number two, double water in oil emulsion. Number three, multiple emulsion. And number four, non-aqueous emulsions. Now once you know these four different types of emulsions, some advantages and disadvantages for emulsion is also there. If I say the advantages of emulsion, the first advantage of emulsion is they are non-toxic and non-irritant in nature. पहला advantage क्या है? They are all emulsions are non-toxic and non-irritant in nature. Second one, all emulsions are the one they mask unpleasant bitter taste. They mask unpleasant bitter taste. Third one, they can be used for the formulation of some foams, ointment, creams, liquids and sprays. Some emulsions are formulated as foams, creams, ointment and sprays. These three are the major uses of, number of advantages are there. But just to study three or two, पहला क्या है? They are non-toxic. Second one, they are non-irritant. पहला non-toxic. Second, non-irritant. Third one, they are masking unpleasant bitter taste. They are masking unpleasant taste and odor. They are physically stable. They are what? Physically stable. And fourth one, they can be used for the preparation of low viscosity emulsions or high viscosity emulsion. Low viscosity emulsions होगा simple emulsion, and high viscosity emulsions like creams, foams, ointments, sprays also. These all are the different advantages of emulsion. Whereas in the disadvantages, emulsions are thermodynamically unstable and they are difficult to manufacture. पहला क्या है? They are thermodynamically unstable and difficult to manufacture. Second, some other time storage condition may affect the stability of emulsion. Some other time the storage condition of emulsion may affect the stability of emulsions. Third one, emulsions are bulky, difficult to store and difficult to transport. They are bulky in nature. Their difficulty shows in a storage, difficulty shows in a transportation. Some other time there may be the chances of breakage of a container. Fourth one, they require necessity to require the shaken before use. Without shaking the emulsion, if we use that emulsion, do not show any therapeutic effect. It is necessary to shake it before to take it. And these emulsions shows the special manufacturing process. They shows what? पहला क्या है? These are the one that are thermodynamically unstable, difficult to manufacture. Second, the storage condition may affect the stability of emulsion. Storage condition may affect the stability of emulsions. Third one, in a bulk quantity of emulsion, they are difficult to transport, difficult to storage, may create the problem at the time of transportation, at the time of storage, there may be the chances of breakage. This is the third disadvantage. Fourth one, all emulsions while taking you want to shake it before taking. That means when you want to take it, you want to shake it, all such emulsions. That is a major. And last one, this shows a difficult manufacturing process at the time of preparation. Manufacturing process is very difficult and it shows that they are not to be stored in a freeze. Do not freeze all emulsions. These are the disadvantages. Some advantages are there. These are the disadvantages for emulsions. That means classification झाले, types झाले, advantages and disadvantages झाले. Then last one, there are two major methods of emulsions preparation. There are two major methods of emulsions. Emulsions are prepared majorly by two methods. There are a number of methods. Bottle method is there, in situ method, membrane. But the major which is routinely to be used while manufacturing of emulsions, these all routine manufacturing emulsion processes, methods are, number one is wet gum method and दूसरी dry gum method. Number one is a dry gum method and दूसरी wet gum method. If I say the dry gum method, if I say dry gum method, this is the dry gum method is the one in which the mixing of all emulsifying agent in the preparation of dry gum method that we prepare continue in a dry gum method, mixing of all emulsifying agents, so-called emulsifier like acacia, that is to be prepared, and that emulsifying agent is then added in aqueous medium. Is then added in a oil. Sorry, it is then added in a oil. That means emulsifying agent or emulsifier like acacia, it is then added in a oil, and that whole solution, that means emulsifying agent in oil, that is to be then added with aqueous phase with a continuous dissolution. I repeat, in a case of dry gum method, emulsifying agent, so-called emulsifier like acacia, it is added in a oily phase, and that whole is then added in aqueous phase with a continuous dissolution. That is so-called dry gum method. Whereas in a case of wet gum method, WET, in a case of wet gum method, you want to prepare first the mucilage of emulsifying agent. You want to prepare the gum acacia. You want to prepare the mucilage of acacia as an emulsifying agent, as an emulsifier, and that mucilage of gum acacia, it is then added to the drop by drop into the oil. You want to, in a case of wet gum method, the mucilage of the emulsifying agent is firstly to be formed. The mucilage म्हणजे काय? गम अकॅशियाचं सोल्युशन बनवायचे, म्युसिलेज बनवायचे. That acacia mucilage, in this acacia mucilage, you want to add the oil with a continuous trituration, drop by drop. That means in this mucilage, oil is to be added drop by drop with a continuous trituration. Mucilage मध्ये ऑइल टाकायचे ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप विथ अ कंटिन्युअस ट्रान्सलेशन. हे झालं कुठे? ड्राय गम मेथडमध्ये, सॉरी वेट गम मेथडमध्ये. आणि ड्राय गम मेथडमध्ये काय की इमल्सिफाइंग एजंट इट इज ॲडेड इन अ ऑइल अँड दॅट होल इज ॲडेड इन ॲक्वियस मीडिया विथ अ कंटिन्युअस डिसॉल्युशन. Emulsifying agent is added in an oil and that whole oil plus emulsifying agent is then mixed up with the aqueous phase. हे झालं कुठे? वेट ड्राय गम मेथडमध्ये. But in a case of wet gum method, you want to prepare the mucilage. तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे? गम अकॅशियाचं म्युसिलेज तयार करायचं आहे. And that in that mucilage, oil is to be added drop by drop with a continuous trituration. Oil is to be added with a drop by drop with a continuous trituration. that is so called wet gum method and the first one is a dry gum method. दोघांमध्ये फरक आहे की इन ड्राय गम मेथड emulsifying agent मध्ये emulsifying agent is added in oil and that whole is then added in aqueous media with a continuous dissolution, continuous stirring. In a wet gum method, you want to prepare the mucilage of acacia and in that mucilage, oil is to be added drop by drop with a continuous trituration. पहिल्यामध्ये ऑइल टाकल्यानंतर ते संपूर्ण ॲक्वेस फेजमध्ये टाकायचं आहे. ती झाली तुमची ड्राय गम मेथड. आणि वेट गम मेथडमध्ये म्युसिलेज तयार करायचं आहे आणि त्या म्युसिलेजमध्ये ऑइल इज देन ॲडेड टू द म्युसिलेज ड्रॉप बाय ड्रॉप with a continuous trituration. That is about the wet gum method and dry gum method and that is about the detail for emulsion. हे काय झालं? इमल्शन. म्हणजे इमल्शनमध्ये तुम्हाला मी डेफिनेशन सांगितली, क्लासिफिकेशन सांगितलंय, 2 टाइप क्लासिफिकेशन, इंटरनल फेज, एक्सटर्नल फेज आणि सेकंड क्लासिफिकेशन ॲज पर द डोसेज. त्याच्यानंतर झाले टाइप्स ऑफ इमल्शन, ऑइल O by W इमल्शन, W by O इमल्शन, मल्टिपल इमल्शन आणि नॉन एक्वेस इमल्शन. नंतर झाले मेथड्स ऑफ इमल्शन, त्याच्यात झाल्या 2, W by इमल्शन, ड्राय गम मेथड आणि वेट गम मेथड and then some advantages and disadvantages of emulsion. That is the end of emulsion. Now next time we start with the suspension and remaining topic. Is that clear? Thank you.